Hello, I'm Jackie West for the Press Enterprise and PE.com. Joining me is iGuide's Stephanie Holland, and today we're talking about Thanksgiving Day food.
Well, yeah, first up, we've got a very quick recipe for a fun appetizer you can have before the big event, and then we've got a couple tips on how you can survive cooking that big meal. So first of all, what we've got here are deviled eggs. They are a favorite. They're a staple at my house. I don't know if everybody has them, but I love them. And what happens is they're very easy to cook. You can have them little tide people over before the turkey and the stuffing
and I think that's the hardest part, just sitting around and waiting for the turkey and everything. Everyone's starving. They want something to snack on. So this seems like it would be a pretty good light snack.
And you can make them the day before and just have them ready to go. So first thing, this recipe is for 6 eggs, which will give you about 12 deviled eggs. You know, you always lose a few while you're cooking because you have to taste it.
Exactly.
So what you're going to do is boil your eggs. Okay. And then once you've got your hard-boiled eggs and you peel them, cut them in half, then you're going to take the egg yolks and put those into a separate bowl.
Okay.
Then you've got your egg yolks. You use a fork to mash them up into like a really fine little crumble. Then you're going to add about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, about 1.5 tablespoons of mustard. You're going to salt and pepper it to taste. And then you're going to have 1/4 cup of sugar. And then for this recipe, I did something a little bit different, and I added just a touch of goat cheese into it, which I think adds a little different flavor to it. And that's about, I want to say about 2 tablespoons of goat cheese. And so you mix all of that up, and you're going to get that into a nice filling, and then you just fill your eggs. You can use a small spoon where you just scoop it and put it right into the eggs. If you want to be a little fancier, you can use a pastry bag. You can use a Ziploc bag that you turn into a pastry bag. So you pipe those into the eggs, and then for your last touch is just a little paprika on top.
Okay, now how long does it usually take?
From start to finish, you know, it depends on how long it takes for the eggs to boil, but from start to finish, it's very quick. It maybe takes you about 45 minutes to do the whole thing. It's a very quick, easy recipe. You do this the day before, even Tuesday you can do it. You put it in your refrigerator and you pull it out on Thursday, and it's a nice appetizer for you to serve your guests.
And the great thing I think about this appetizer is it's light. You're not going to get full off of something like this. So it's perfect to eat right before your turkey dinner.
Absolutely. And it's even a little better when you make it the day before, because when you put it in the refrigerator overnight, those flavors can really marry together, and you're really going to taste the mix of everything.
Now, we all know cooking on Thanksgiving can be pretty stressful.
Yeah.
So you got some tips to help us survive?
Well, yeah, first thing first, you want to try to cook and plan ahead as much as possible. You know, some things you don't have to wait until Thursday to cook. Obviously, the turkey has to be cooked Thursday, and probably your stuffing as well. But other things like maybe your macaroni and cheese or your sweet potatoes or whatever your vegetable dish is, you can usually make those on Tuesday or Wednesday, then you put them in your refrigerator, and then you just have to warm them up on Thursday. So that cuts down on your cooking. Also, don't feel like you have to make everything from scratch because
we're not all Martha Stewart here, okay?
Nowadays, a lot of supermarkets and warehouse stores, you go to them and they'll have everything you need it's pre-made, and all you have to do is put it into the oven. Or you can go places like supermarkets or Marie Callender's where they have meals that you can order, and then maybe you just, take that meal home, heat a few things up, and it's ready to go. You can add what you want to add to it. So nobody wants to spend the whole day in the kitchen cooking.
Exactly.
So,
great.
A couple common things people run into, their turkey is too dry. That's an easy fix with just adding gravy on top of it. What you're going to do is slice. Don't bring the whole turkey out. You can just sort of slice it up and bring it on the platter pre-sliced with the gravy, and that fixes that. Or if you're making gravy and it comes out a little lumpy, just a little teaspoon of cornstarch, whisk that in there. That's going to smooth out your gravy.
Wonderful. We forgot to mention that Stephanie did go to culinary school, so she knows a lot about cooking. She is a great cook, so some really great tips. Stephanie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to eat these deviled eggs. If you would like this recipe or to read anything else from Stephanie, you can check out pe.com/iGuide. I am Jackie West. Have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.